Welcome back to the Bottom Line Garage. Today is a nice sunny day in Adelaide. I think we've got better weather than my brother in the UK. There's summer, supposedly 12 degrees only. In today's episode, we're going to play around with some LED lights. The GLXR model that I have only comes out with halogen lights. This is for all of the lights on the front end. It's only the GSR and GLS models that comes out with LED lights, and I would like to have something better than just candlelight when we drive at night in Australia, especially with all the roofs. I want to see what I'm hitting. Just to be clear, before all of the keyboard warriors wake up and smash me in the comments, I am planning on measuring the light output, the beam pattern. I know with LED lights, especially with halogens to LEDs, it's very important that the placement of the LED light itself mirrors where the halogen headlight sit, otherwise it messes with the beam pattern. I would put some links down below in the description. There's quite extensive YouTube videos that goes through the various versions. I'm also planning on measuring the lux output between the halogen and the LED lights. I went down a rabbit hole and I'm playing around with the Raspberry Pi and the EcoDev build-out board that measures ambient light. I'll see what the results say afterwards. I'll do a second video on that. I'm still trying to figure out what to code and what not to code. So in this video, we'll only focus on how to replace the LED lights in each of the units. So just before we start replacing the bulbs, just a quick rundown of which light is located where. On the top fitment, we've got the parking light sitting here. We've got the indicator light sitting on the inner side. I still want to meet the engineer that decided that the indicator light should go where 99.9% of the hoops on a bull bar are going to sit. Then we've got the main headlight unit, main beam, and the brights in the unit. It's in the same bulb, so it's just one replacement. And then on a smaller light, we've got daytime running lights at the bottom and a fog light sitting in the back. The daytime running lights are on in normal driving conditions, and as soon as you switch on the headlights, the daytime running lights switch off and the park light comes on. They run independent from each other. You can't get them to run at the same time. The GSR and the GLS models got the LED headlight unit here, and they've got the indicator light sitting in that unit, and this top side is only a daytime running light with no indicators located in that unit. For the parking lights, there's a small little fitment here that you can just twist and pull out. I got overly excited when I got the bulbs, and I already replaced the LED bulbs on the parking lights. It does make quite a difference from a yellow light to a bright white light. It's simply twist and turn. And then for the indicators, if you ever wanted to replace the indicator light, they are sitting just underneath that shroud. I'll see if I can point with my finger there. You'll most probably have to take this shroud off to get in there. I won't get my fat hands into that space. So I'm sure my hands are going to be in the way most of the time, but essentially, if you unplug this wiring loom with a plug, it comes off. There's no clips to it. You can just pull it off. Then you can remove the rubber cover by pulling on the tab. It will come off if you just wiggle it, which will expose the inner side of the bulb. There is a clip holding the bulb in place. Just have to get my fat fingers in there, feel around a bit. Clips out in some shape or form. I don't know what it looks like, so let's see how this goes. I think the loop is on this side. There we go. Just remember which way you take the bulb out, because it needs to go the same way in. If you ever replace a halogen bulb, please do not touch on the glass side, and this light fitting will fit back in with the top flanges and two bottom ones. This is extremely important to get it back in the same shape. You'll see this tab is thicker than the other two. Do not try and put it back this way, that way. It will only go back with a thick tab at the top. Just a quick side-by-side comparison between the LED and the halogen. They do have the same tabs. I think the LED will fit. I am concerned about the positioning of the LEDs. These are reflecting down the side while this one is reflecting up. I've got a suspicion that this will definitely change the beam pattern. We'll double check after fitment. On this model of LED globe, and it's like maybe a gazillion different versions out there, this rubber cover does seem to go over with a bit of motivation. It's important that these things fit back so that when it does rain. Before I replace this entirely, I want to plug it in and see it at least works, so I don't have to take it out if this is a dud. Let's see if it works. Ta-da! Let there be light. This is on dims. Let's put some brights on. There's some brights. Let's see what the temperature gauge says. I can't see why I'm shining that red dot. Every time I look at the globe, I get blinded. It's like 50, 60 degrees. The housing gets 46. Stop shaking, you dumbass. 47. The best I can do on the light is about 50. It's at least 150 degrees cooler than what a halogen bulb does. So I've been fiddling a bit with getting that wire clip to go back into place. I couldn't figure out where it goes, but it's quite helpful if you look from the front of the headlight unit. It clips into that space in the back, just clips downwards. Bob's your uncle. Let's give this a go. Remember to have that big tab to the top, otherwise it will not go into its place. Damn it. Make sure that wire clip is out of the way. Now to get that wire clip in there, no, I can't get it to go in there. There we go. Popped in. Bob's your uncle. So the right hand side globe, there's a lot less space in there. I can only work with my right hand, but it's amazing how fast things go once you've figured out the learning curve. It wasn't too bad, but I wouldn't have been able to video at all. Let's switch on the lights and see what it does. Now I must admit I am impressed with the beam pattern. It's not making a massive blob. It does take that left hand to bottom right curve for oncoming drivers. It is at exactly the same height as the original halogen globes. I'm not too concerned about the beam pattern. If it is too high, you can adjust it with the adjuster knob in the cabin. For the daytime running lights and fog lights, with a bit of research and some help from Facebook posts, apparently you access the fitment from behind this wheel cover. I have to unclip this and then just move it out the way and see what that looks like. Give me a sec. Right here, let's give this a go. There are 3 clips here, 1, 2, 3, and then there's more at the top. Let's see if I only have to take off this 3. Fiddly bits. Okay. Please don't break off. It's 2. And 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look inside and see what we can find. Hope this is enough. This is going to be a tight fit. I can't see shit. Let me remove the top 3 and see if I can get this out of the way a bit more. There's a bottom screw. Oh, hang on, there's a bottom one here at the bottom. I'm not sure. And then maybe I can get that out of the way a bit more. Let's see. Okay, there's one of the clips at the bottom. Maybe if we take this one out, I can get that cover out the way a bit more. Light motivation. Please remove yourself. Okay, that's 4 clips. Let's see if we can get this out of the way. Right here, let's see what we can see. So, if we look inside up there, let me just see if I can. There we go. Don't see jack shit. There's some clips there. I won't be able to video and use my hands at the same time. See if I can take some pictures. Fuck's sakes. Right here, I've got the fog light out. This is the one with this halogen bulb. This is the replacement one. I've ran into a bit of a snafu with the refitment of these globes. The body of the globe is much thicker than the halogen one. It physically does not fit back into that little hole. I am contemplating life decisions right now. Alrighty folks, I think we're going to stop here. I didn't get to install all of the LED globes that I wanted. For the fog lights, this body is too big. I can't get it in. It needs to go in sideways and then twist. Just doesn't want to fit in there. And then I don't have the correct LED globes for the daytime running lights. They're a very unique shape. I'll have to do a bit more research to see where we get the replacement globes for those. At least we did get to fit the top Parker lights and the low beam and high beam or brights. They work quite nicely. Just a quick note, when you start fiddling around with LED globes and you mess around with beam patterns, make sure you keep legal in your state. You don't blind the oncoming traffic. This video is by no means giving advice on low beam patterns and the legalities of it. This is just to show you how to replace the globes. Quick shout out to the Foss family that's watching my videos from South Africa. We call them the Brandewijn Broers. We almost raced some Datsuns some years ago, but I just couldn't get my little race car project up and going. Then also a quick shout out to my wife again that made my little Who the Fuck t-shirt, as well as a number plate cover so that I don't have to spend hours trying to blur out my number plate, or rego as it's called in Australia. You'll also see a summary on this side of the video of what I've spent on all of the trinkets and bits and bobs just to keep track. At the end of the day, my channel's name is Bottom Line Garage, and I want to keep the cost as low as possible. The next big video planned would be installing the Boss airbags. We are planning a trip in July, I think. I wanted to make sure that we level out the van and the ute before the next trip, so keep an eye on for that video. If you like this content, please subscribe and make sure you toggle that icon so that you can get notified of all the videos coming up. Thank you and goodbye for now from the Bottom Line Garage. I would, oh, for fuck's sakes. I'm no. I went down a rabbit hole and went down a rabbit hole. I went down a rabbit hole and I went down a rabbit hole and what to remove and what not to remove, and this whole section is going to be deleted. I've looked into that little bulb so many times. I'm so fucking blind right now. These sides. Fuck's sake. Specific type of, for fuck's sakes. My fuck Mario. Kan jy nie net fucking sê wat jy wil sê nie? Without the we are not sure what the fuck I'm saying.